into the tournament set here. Assuming both players are warmed already. FlyingDiarrhea versus Applejack. Both sides opening with TKI LST. Finding almost equal board state, but Applejack down stacking quickly into it. FlyingDiarrhea deciding to continue the pressure. Nearly taking Applejack off guard there, but Applejack found the way out. Both sides trying to build up pressure. FlyingDiarrhea sending this STSD. Still wasn't enough. Was enough only to cancel the surge from Applejack's side. Now both sides are in a, was a really tight position, and Applejack couldn't find a way out in time. One piece away. Building up. They're going the same route. This is ridiculous. Oh, Applejack managing to tank that garbage. But in the end having to break it anyway. FlyingDiarrhea in this 1-8 spot. Can they find a way out? And find it they did. Applejack still building up this residue that. But the pressure kept coming from FlyingDiarrhea here. Oh, deciding not to break their surge there, continuing to build this. And the back-to-back deficit was enough to top out FlyingDiarrhea there. And the decision from Applejack not to break their surge early there was also impressive. Managed to find just enough pressure. Both sides timed their TSD. Applejack deciding to go with SDPC spin. Finds the double. Finds the other T. FlyingDiarrhea continuing in this surge a little longer. Break it immediately afterward, but building up, trying to get that TSD quad on FlyingDiarrhea's side, and Applejack's having to break that surge as a defense. Fortunately couldn't find the proper upstack into a clean down stack there. Still Applejack survives. Holding on. FlyingDiarrhea is building up this pressure. Selling upwards of 29 lines. Going all the way up to over 1 APP there on FlyingDiarrhea's side. It's just 2-1. This is still relatively close. FlyingDiarrhea taking the TSS. Having to break their back-to-back there, but in exchange getting a proper way out into their well. Getting that eye spin in on FlyingDiarrhea's side. Applejack having to deal with a bit of cheese, but still finding a way out. Into a TSD break back-to-back quad. Still finding this slight LST build here over here in Applejack. But still building this up slowly but surely. Applejack back down on their board. Will FlyingDiarrhea find a way out? Misdropping the ZP. Oh, that was painful. 07 ZPs. Both sides decide to time their garbage there. Not garbage. Timing their attack. FlyingDiarrhea deciding to perhaps a misspin. FlyingDiarrhea still finding this amazing survival. But Applejack sending pressure earlier into this clean upstack still. Still finding cleans after cleans. Deciding to break it afterward, and FlyingDiarrhea having an answer to that right in time. Deciding to wait here, both sides. Oh, Applejack mispinning the SPs. Flying Diarrhea half the defense, half the attack ready as well, but is it enough? Flying Diarrhea is really clean on their board here, but Applejack too. Flying Diarrhea building that fractal, and Applejack taking it still fine, finding the quad just in time. This is relatively even exchange, both on the same state of their board. Flying Diarrhea still building this back-to-back even amidst the painful pressure coming from Applejack. Breaking the surge just to cancel the garbage. Oh, using the L spin to get a quad there, Flying Diarrhea side, but Applejack going really fast here on that 7-2 stacking, having to break their surge. But Flying Diarrhea still have a relatively quality board on their side, but it wasn't enough to top out Applejack. Flying Diarrhea finding all sorts of defense there. Applejack sending pressure after pressure, sending surge there as well. Finding the prophecy build. Still getting clean, but Flying Diarrhea getting that IPs in time, down stacking. Unfortunately, Applejack caught off guard, even misdropping their pieces there. Flying Diarrhea taking back the lead. Both going similar opener here, just mirrored. Flying Diarrhea decided to tank there. Unfortunately, couldn't find a much cleaner way out. Still relatively clean. Applejack misdropping a few pieces, but finding a combo quad there. Still alive. Flying Diarrhea is building that STSD into quad. Applejack having to deal with this aftermath. Found a survival into a donation there. Still, Flying Diarrhea kept up their pressure. Finding the combo surge break there. Wasn't enough to top up Applejack, not yet. They're still in the game. Now Flying Diarrhea is getting pushed up. Flying Diarrhea finding the downstack just in time. Amazing. Oh me. But Applejack kept the pressure going. Flying Diarrhea now on the defense, and fortunately wasn't enough. It was too much pressure from Applejack there, bumping up their efficiency really fast. Noticing that Flying Diarrhea going onto the defense. Applejack waiting. Both sides have similar garbage there. But Flying Diarrhea in a much better position. But still, they both cancel each other out. Flying Diarrhea breaking that surge early in hope that they can take Applejack off guard. Still back to even board here, but Applejack much more cleaner than Flying Diarrhea. But Flying Diarrhea finding the LST build. Deciding to go into 6-3 there. Building this up really fast. Building up donations as well. Trying to pressure Applejack, but Applejack is in relatively even position except for the back-to-back deficit there. Can they find a way out? Fortunately, no. Back-to-back deficit was too much for Applejack there. It's always the same opener, but Applejack deciding to tank it earlier. Flying Diarrhea just downstacking it early, but still in an even board. Finding the mini there to keep the back-to-back going over on Flying Diarrhea's side. Applejack caught off guard by that insane downstack from Flying Diarrhea. Moving on. Applejack finding this early pressure, catching FlyingDiarrhea off guard there. The combo, I assume combo TST there, dealing a really good damage over to FlyingDiarrhea. FlyingDiarrhea starting with the LST. Unfortunately couldn't find the continuation fast enough and caught off guard by Applejack's combo downstack, I assume. No, it was just really clean pressure. Side going similar opener once more. FlyingDiarrhea deciding to upstack. Oh, didn't take the combo eyepiece there. Oh, didn't take the combo quad. Still, Applejack is really cheesed up. Having to compromise a little, but on the back-to-back deficit, they're still finding survival, but it wasn't enough. Once more, SDPC spin on both sides, but still, FlyingDiarrhea deciding to send it as fast as I can. Building on top of their well here, but a really fast defense, but Applejack having that surge break really late, still wasn't enough pressure. Like they're building this some sort of a 7-2 stacking, but Applejack sending FlyingDiarrhea to the moon, defying gravity with how much garbage they're sending. FlyingDiarrhea deciding to go. Wasn't enough. FlyingDiarrhea couldn't find a way out in time. Eyepiece came one piece too late. Now Applejack getting the lead. Similar opener, but FlyingDiarrhea finding a much cleaner residue. Breaking their surge early, but finding a down stack, trying to catch Applejack off guard, and catch it they did. The eyepiece misdrop on Applejack's side was really bad there. Bad timing. Still, FlyingDiarrhea deciding to just take the PC there. Applejack down stacking all the way down, but now getting the pressure from all the cleans they sent. FlyingDiarrhea deciding to time there, trying to take Applejack off guard, but still wasn't enough. Applejack still holding on. FlyingDiarrhea is now slightly on the defensive. Applejack is really clean on their board, building this 2-7 stacking, into having to bail out of that, but having to deal with a little bit of self-made cheese, but still holding the pressure quite well. Both players are really close to 1 APP mark here. Applejack deciding to break that surge to find a really good defense, surviving this back-to-back pressure from Diarrhea. Damn. Anyways, FlyingDiarrhea having to downstack, breaking their surge there. Applejack is still finding this escape after escape. Can they find another one from this pressure? FlyingDiarrhea having to deal with a bit of misdrop shenanigans. But alas, it was still enough for survival. Now, FlyingDiarrhea is on the receiving end of that back-to-back deficit, but it was sent too early from Applejack there, probably because of survival purpose. FlyingDiarrhea S-spinning into Fractal there, finding a combo way down. No, building this 2-7 stacking into a... Oh. Greeding for that spin, but not quite close to getting it. Survival. Applejack is holding on really well here, keeping up their pressure, noticing that FlyingDiarrhea misdrop there. Oh, in this clean well as well. Flying Diarrhea got it too, but having to break Surge early. Both sides having to break Surge early, but only to survive each other's pressure. Flying Diarrhea slowed down a bit there, trying to find a better stacking decision. Having to downstack their way a bit, trying to cancel the garbage Applejacks and Flying Diarrhea finding that combo into Surge Break. Into this all spin quad. Finding another TSD as well afterwards. No, neck and neck. Flying Diarrhea trying to build this triple double opener into Imperial Cross. And actually getting out, but not in time. Fortunately, the pressure afterwards coming from Applejack was too much there for Flying Diarrhea. 8 to 9. Getting really intense. So Flying Diarrhea found the way down there. Having to break that surge, but still only for the sake of cleaning their board. Breaking their surge once more, but Applejack is really cheesed up. Only Flying Diarrhea can find the pressure here, trying to top out Applejack, but unfortunately Applejack found a way out in time, and so does Flying Diarrhea. Keeping up with this pressure from Applejack. Now, Flying Diarrhea have the... Never mind, but still holding on to this pressure. Both sides have no surge, but still matching each other's pace. Flying Diarrhea is in a much more efficient side in this battle. Applejack finding that clean donation, but it was only enough to cancel Flying Diarrhea's damage send. Finding that hamburger into the Kaida. Yeah. And oh, finding that spin into quad. Not sure what spin it was, but Flying Diarrhea breaking their surge, trying to find a cleaner way out, taking that combo quad, but having to compromise their board slightly. Flying Diarrhea finding that combo way out. Applejack couldn't build any pressure yet. But right now, building it as we speak, but having to bail out of it, trying to defend. Now in the back-to-back deficit. Applejack downstacking that in hopes of breaking Flying Diarrhea's momentum, and break it they did. But unfortunately having to deal with this immense pressure from Flying Diarrhea's side. They're pushed up high on their board, but getting that quad defense and still going higher and higher into their board. Oh. Sure, there are perhaps some misdrops along the way as well, having to go fast on top of their board. But yeah, back to neck and neck. Flying Diarrhea finding this clean surge build. But breaking it, just trying to pressure Applejack. Still, Applejack finds a counter pressure. Still holding on quite well. Flying Diarrhea breaking surge once more, and I think it was simul break. Applejack managed to defend it all. Flying Diarrhea building on this surge, finding all this all spin solution into building their surge. Even finding a continuation, breaking it there. But Applejack cancelled it all. Perhaps it was a simul break as another simul break. Applejack finding this pressure. Flying Diarrhea still holding on, but misdrop. Oh, like Applejack's misdrops there. Match point for Flying Diarrhea. Was a really unfortunate misdrop from Applejack's side. Was a really clean up stack as well. Now building into this SDPC spin. The residue is quite kind, breaking it. Simul break it. Flying Diarrhea is in a better board state, but Applejack trying to clean their board here. Need to go with a few inefficient down stack, but still finding a way out. Getting that 180 spin in, trying to survive. Fighting against this back-to-back deficit from FlyingDiarrhea. But alas, Applejack still holding on, still surviving, still in the game, trying to pressure FlyingDiarrhea. FlyingDiarrhea sending cheese. Applejack cleaned it all, ate it all, proving that they're not lactose intolerant, even getting that round. Now tiebreaker, hammer breaker, hammin breaker. Both sides is in equally intense position here. This is some part equal stack as well, just mirrored. This is amazing. Oh, FlyingDiarrhea broke it early. Finding a way out there. Fortunately couldn't find the combo quad, but still finding this relatively clean board, only having to deal with a few cheese, but Applejack breaking that surge, pushing FlyingDiarrhea high up onto their board. Slowly but surely, Applejack building on the 6-3 pressure. Going to slow down slightly. FlyingDiarrhea found the down stack, countering that 33 spike. That was an amazing side mill counter, but now pressure high up into their board. Applejack trying to find the pressure, but not in time, as FlyingDiarrhea found the pressure back after that really intense exchange. That was amazing. That last round was amazing.